Good morning, students. Today, in our English literature class, we are going to do a beautiful poem, Break, 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 by Alfred Lord Tennyson. Let's first see about the poet. The famous poem was written by Alfred Lord Tennyson. Tennyson was appointed Poet Laureate of England in 1850. He wrote a great many poems during his lifetime. This poem is difficult to understand if we don't know who it is that the poet is referring to. Tennyson had a dear friend called A.H. Hallam, who died at a young age. After Hallam's death, Tennyson was very sad. He wrote a long poem called In Memoriam, in which he showed how dearly he loved his friend and how much he missed him. Break, Break, Break was written with this friend in mind. Means the poet has written this poem keeping his friend, his dear friend, in his mind. He loved his friend very much, and after his death he was very sad. So he has written this poem in the memory of his friend. Now first I'll recite the poem and you will listen to the poem very nicely. Break, break, break on thy cold grey stones, O sea, and I would that my tongue could utter the thoughts that arise in me. Oh, well, for the fisherman's boy that he shouts with his sister at play. Oh, well, for the sailor lad that he sings in his boat on the bay. Now, children, I am going to explain the poem. Please listen to the explanation. Break, break, break on thy cold grey stones, O sea. Means I have already told that this poem is about the sad feelings of the poet. He is very sad because his friend is not with him. So he wants someone to listen his feelings and just sit with him and listen his feelings. Stop all his work and just listen his feelings. So he's telling to the sea that please stop your waves. Stop here only and listen. Where to stop? On thy cold grey stones. Stones which are grey in color. On the banks of the river there are stones also now. So he's telling that your sea, your waves that are coming and hitting the stones, tell them to stop. Please stop on the grey stones. Cold, why? Because the water is cold. So that's why he's saying that cold grey stones. He's telling to stop and listen. What? The poet also doesn't know what way he will speak. So he's telling that whatever my tongue could utter. Utter means to speak. Means whatever will come out of my tongue, they will be my feelings. So please listen. Listen to it. He is saying that, oh well, for the fisherman's boy. On the bank of the river, he also saw fisherman's children playing, boy and the girl. And he is saying that it is okay for them, that they are happy, they are playing, they are enjoying, they are shouting. But this time is not suitable for the poet to shout or to play. The poet is saying that life is full of joy for the fisherman's son and daughter who are laughing, playing and shouting merrily. The poet, on the other hand, is entirely in a different mood. He is not in the mood to shout or to play. The grief of the poet is terribly intense. Grief means sorrow. The sorrow of the poem is the sorrow of the poet is very deep, strong. Alright. Although the poet admires the innocent joy of these youngsters, he is very happy. He praises the enjoyment, the play, whatever these youngsters are doing. Yet he is sorry as he cannot be with the sailor lad. But on the other hand, he is sorry that he cannot be with them. He saw a sailor lad. Lad means a young boy. Sailor means one who sails boat. So he also saw a sailor lad singing in his boat, sitting and singing in his boat on the bay. Bay means the bank of the river. So he is saying that the sailor lad is also happy and sings in his boat facing the sea in all its happiness, all its joy. But such joy is not for the poet. He's saying that this type of joy is not for me, as the whole sea is a vast image of sorrow for him. Means everywhere he is just looking for his friend. He is missing his friend, so he has no right to laugh, play or enjoy. He is very sad and he wants someone to sit and listen to his feelings. Alright children,